Who are you? Shannon HalfSky? Let's talk to our buddy first, Dresden. SCKC is still working for the dead man. As you can see, we've got another Ripper victim. Another Ripper victim on our hands. Looks like business is good for Dalamog these days. What's the story with this one? You look like you've been putting in some overtime, Dresden. What can you tell me about the victim? The victim is male, mixed Native American descent, aged 38. Based on the condition of the body, it looks like he was killed around 2 in the morning. And yes, I'm a little tired. Bodies have been piling up like cordwood, it seems. Killed around 2 in the morning? The toothbrush was still wet from being used? What time is it now? Cause of death unknown. Several internal organs were removed from his body after death, quite gruesomely. Wait, after death? No, this is not. I'm not sure if the killer even knew what they wanted before they started cutting. No, this is not the Ripper. This is something else. The Ripper always removed the organs while the guy was still alive. Right, the guy's still alive, the Ripper removes the organs and then they bleed to death. Is the MO of the other corpses. Not much else to tell you really. He does have a lot of pre-existing scar tissue, so he probably had a major surgery at some point in recent history. Unfortunately, with the organs gone, I can't determine the nature of the surgery. Well, if it is the Ripper victim, could be lung cancer, because smoking causes lung cancer, replace your lungs, and then the Ripper comes take the lungs. That's part of the MO, right? Any idea which organ the Ripper was after this time? Nice hole where his chest was, so what was on the butcher's shopping list? Not quite how I want to go out. What was the Ripper after this time? Lungs? Well, the killer definitely took the lungs, yes. The more I look at it though, the other missing organs may just be eviscerated within the chest cavity. The killer definitely took the lungs, okay, that's correct. The other missing organs may just be eviscerated within the chest cavity. So they just got cut up and mushed inside the rest of the body. Is McCluskey getting any closer to a suspect? McCluskey couldn't find his ass with both hands. Don't tell him I said that though. He couldn't find his ass with both hands. I mean, if you're really big, and by big I mean fat, that might be possible. If you're like really big and you have short arms. If you're a T-Rex, that would be true. If you're literally a Tyrannosaurus Rex with like stumpy little arms and 2 claws on each one, then you can't find your ass with your hands. How's Officer Ogier doing on the case? He seems like a real go-getter. Ogier would love to solve it before McCluskey and get his gold detective shield. Plus, he'd love to see McCluskey suck it in front of his superiors. He's already tried to bribe me to keep information from McCluskey and slip it to him. I'm inspired by their tireless pursuit of justice. Did you take the money? He grins from ear to ear. Do you have any idea how much this job pays these days, sir? I don't think Ogier's officer's salary is going to do much to seduce me into helping him. It sounds like the Ripper's taking a different trophy from each victim. Sam's liver, this guy's lungs. Any theories? Sorry, I don't do theories. I'm just a scientist who happens to prefer dead people. However, while there was massive damage in the chest cavity, I can see that the victim's lungs were transplants. Yes, which is interesting since another victim's missing heart was also a transplant. No, they're all transplants. They're all transplants, Dresden. The eyes were a transplant, the liver's a transplant. Granted, modern medicine has made organ transplants relatively easy, but it is an odd coincidence. But as a scientist, it's just that a coincidence. No, 4 transplants removed makes a pattern, Dresden. Patterns are also part of science. This is only the 3rd body I've personally examined. One of our other branch managers handled the other 2. If I find that more of the victims had organ transplants, I'll let you know. No, I'll let you know. No, the other... Come on, can we tell him? Who's the woman over there? No clue, she just showed up. Next of kin, I think. I'm gonna take a look around. Next of kin, you think? That's the killer! Isn't that the killer? This a random woman is here? Shannon HalfSky, you're not a cop. She looks up, watching you warily. I'm independent. What's your relationship to the dead man? Nope, who's a stiff? I see you've been praying. Do you know the deceased? Yes, he's my older brother. I've asked Bear to help me speak to him. She shakes her head, looking like one who has found herself lost for the first time in her life. Okay, why are you here though? How do you know your brother's dead? How did you get here so quick? But I'm afraid his spirit is too disoriented by his recent journey to answer me. You're a shaman. Yes, for all the good it's doing me. If I could just make contact, I might be able to deliver justice and allow my brother's spirits to rest. Were there any other witnesses? There's got to be a way to force them to talk. I can tell you're used to shouldering a heavy burden, but maybe there's an easier way. She looks at you, the flattery largely failing to affect her given the circumstances, but then inspiration dispels the dark cloud surrounding her. Perhaps. My brother's spirit is too weak, that's a given. But my brother's spirit may not be alone here this night. She closes her eyes and concentrates, joining a low chant that you can barely hear. Yes, there are others, other spirits who may be of help. Her features harden in frustration, as if she is searching for something that remains elusive. Sighing, she opens her eyes and fixes you with a stare. But I can't do it alone. Alright. Do you need a catalyst? Do you need a... Oh wait, are you gonna kill me and then talk to my spirit? What do you need? This warehouse contains the spirits of plane crash victims trapped between worlds. Wouldn't they be at the crash site? Why would they be at the warehouse where the airplane pieces are collected? Like, wouldn't your spirit be at the place where you died? They wish to help, they wish to be heard, and I think they have something to say about my brother's murder. Lone Star won't let me in there, but you seem to have the run of the place. If you can find personal items that belong to the victims, I believe I can summon a spirit to speak with us. I'll need at least 2 such objects. Can you find them for me? I'll do what I can. I think if we can get through there, you might be able to bypass it if we can get under the maintenance panel. There might be more items in there. Oh wait, I can go in there? Oh, I see. So the guy's comb doesn't help. We still don't have... Maybe we can find the 2-factor authentication. Inspect the comb. As you reach for the comb, the hair on the back of your hand stands on end, and when you take it off its little shelf, your heart thumps in your chest hard. This must be one of the items the shaman is looking for. You pocket the comb. Oh, the comb doesn't belong to the dead guy? But this is several of the dead man's personal items. Did he steal a comb from another corpse? Like, why would this be haunted? Alright, what's over here? Let me save again. There's a large pile of old shoes on the ground next to the airplane seats. They could be discarded luggage or possibly the shoes worn by the occupants of the plane at the time of the crash. Holy crap, this is morbid. Dig through the pile. Sorting through the shoes, you realize that there are 3 shoes with no matching pair. a left blue sneaker, a right red high heel pump, and left black dress shoe. Inspect the dress shoe. The dress shoe is a black lace up with a rubber sole. Inspect the high heel pump. Hold on. High heel pump? The pump is a department store knockoff of an Italian brand. It's otherwise unremarkable. Inspect the sneaker. The sneaker is a child's and has musty, sweaty smell. Ew, don't smell it. I thought he was just looking at the shoes, but it turns out he's been sniffing them. And this one has a particular smell to it. Ah man, we just here sniffing people's shoes. Oddly, you get a sort of shock, as if from static electricity when you touch it. This must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. You take the shoe. Alright, we're just here sniffing people's shoes. That's an interesting engine. This is the engine of the... Like this sort of engine is a high-speed supersonic sort of engine, right? You wouldn't have this thing on a commercial liner. It's hard to say whether this is a heap of items and refuse recovered from a plane crash, or simply trash that hasn't been taken out yet. Dig through the trash. A sticky substance of some sort seems to have seeped through the trash pile, and your hands are quickly covered in the stuff. Oh, that's not good. After searching for a minute, you unearth a handful of interesting items. Yeah, no, that's probably bad. Whatever. Oh, crit stick, let's take the money. Surprisingly, the crit stick is still functional. You slot it into your PDA and 200 yen is added to your account. Sweet! We got cash! The dented lunchbox. A dented tin lunchbox that's seen better days. You can barely make out the face of a grinning troll on the front. Inspect the earring. The earring is made out of burnished steel, formed into the shape of a small salmon. An intense primal fear washes over you as you touch its surface. This must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. You take the earring, alright. Yeah, but now my hands are sticky. There's an open vent on the wall. It's too small for youth to fit through, but you might be able to send a drone through to open the door from the other side. Yeah, let's do it. Get in the drone. Your drone fits through the hole, buzzes to the left, and activates the locked door from the inside. Sweet. Save the game. Yes, my drone is useful for once. You find a magnetic screwdriver. Oh, I do I? Nothing else here. It appears nothing else. Yeah, I'm pressing the L key to try and see if there's any interactables. Alright, a big ass room with nothing in it, as far as we can tell. And we can't get through this door. So this is quite interesting, right? Because if you play a different class, you would get different clues. The drone let me get in there. But if I was playing a different class with different skills, for example, we might be able to hack into this computer and get other information. Alright, before we're done, let me also get into here with the screwdriver, I believe. The lock panel easily comes unscrewed. But why? Looks like an old diary. Are we not going to read it? Are we not going to test two piece? I still don't know what that's gonna do. Bartat receipt, coyote, blind Lucy's necklace. I still have a necklace. I don't know what I'm doing with it. I didn't sell it. Photo, office key, comb, sneaker. Old shoe. Steel earring. This appears to be the diary of a teenage girl. Curious. Alright, shaman. It feels as though you have found enough objects. Have I? Alright, well let me give them to her. You hand her the objects you found. She closes her eyes and chants over them for a time. When her eyes open again, they are filled with tears. Thank you. These items are all I would need. It shouldn't take me long to... What the hell is all this? Alright, Clutster. Officer Ogrier trails after the detective, only meeting your eyes for a moment. She's the victim's sister, sir, she... This is a crime scene, officer, not some Salish drum circle. Isn't it standard procedure to contact the next of kin? That's her brother, makes her business. Watch your tone, she's in mourning. That's her brother, makes it her business. No, that's a corpse, which makes it my business. You wanna fight? Now get the hell out! Come on, if we stay much longer, I'm liable to do something I'll regret. No, let's do something you regret. Or worse, something I'd enjoy. Yeah, no, let's do it! Alright, we got the items anyway. Karma gain 5. So we're done in there, we can't get any more items. Shannon HalfSky. That man is an ass. No, he's a troll. She stares daggers at McCluskey from across the warehouse. You wanna fight him? We can fight him. But there's no helping it now. I should just be grateful that you were able to collect these items before those clods carted everything off. Can we still summon the spirit? Not from here, I'm afraid. Spirits such as these have domains to which they are anchored. We need to get back in there. We'll come back later once the coast is clear. Rent-a-cops like these won't tie up the place for long. Not looking good now, but do you have any plans for this evening? Oh yeah, nice. Let's ask her out for a date. A little breaking and entering perhaps under cover of darkness. Alright, let's do it. You sure you're up for this? I'm always up for a breaking and entering night out with a lady like you. It may be a rabbit hole, but I have to get to the bottom of it. As long as you can deliver and make it worth my while. If it means your brother's killer doesn't take another life, then yes. I think your brother's killer is gonna take a few more lives before we catch up to him. Anyway. Thank you. You're welcome. Now, since we have the time, we should probably enlist some help. They may post security overnight. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say you know where to find the kinds of people we need. You can say that. Good, I'll put up the money. 4,000 yen! If you find the bodies. She produces a fistful of crumpled yen from inside a leather pouch and starts to count it out, then shoves the whole wad at you. Alright, cool. I mean, let me buy some food first. Meet me back here at midnight, the spirits will be strong then. Alright, we are going all the way back to the Seamstresses Union. Hiring some dudes and then coming all the way back. So I said earlier that, you know, it's kind of weird the game doesn't have any party members. Alright, now we're gonna find some party members. As you start to leave the warehouse, your comlinks chirps and the face of Coyote pops on the screen. Coyote looks tense. Hoi, SCKC, you in the middle of something? Just getting jerked around by Lone Star, same old thing. Yes, I'm kind of busy right now, no problem, what do you need? I'm getting jerked around by Lone Star. I hear you. Joe said, I don't know if I ever told you this, but I was born in the Royale. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you did. BTL pushes like Stevie J ran the squats. Ran my world when I was growing up. I remember. She looks relieved. Whiz. I have a cousin, Gino, who's been missing for months. He hit the sprawl about a year ago and immediately fell in with some tweakers, bad guys. They hooked him on high-amp dream chips and started using him for all sorts of drag. I tried to help him, but he pushed me away. Then he disappeared. I've been shooting up BTL labs ever since trying to find him. I'm guessing you have a new lead. It's not a lead? Oh, it's not a lead. Her face lights up, she's running hot. She has a serious edge. I know exactly where he is this time. Oh, cool. Got an old friend who eyeballed him herself. I'm on my way. Paco's with me, but we could use another hand. You in? I need you right now. Okay. We're just gonna go in and blast them, right? Just the three of us. On my way, you know the deal, Coyote. I work and get paid. I'm working the Ripper thing, can't get distracted. Yeah, no, let's go shoot some people. Regardless of whether I get paid. I know you'd come. I'll send you the address. See you soon. Oh, we're gonna get a lot of stuff done today, right? We're gonna go, shoot some people, and then come back at midnight to talk to some ghosts. We are productive.